Hello all, my name is Krish Nayak and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, in this specific video, I'll be discussing about how much coding will be getting automated. And let's say if you are starting your coding journey, what are the do's and don'ts that you really need to do? And already if you have started your coding journey and you're working in some of the companies, what things you really need to focus on to become a pro coder? All these points I will be specifically discussing about. I've made somewhere around 5 to 6 points. One by one we will be discussing. Please make sure that you watch this video till the end because I've started my coding journey from 2011. I've seen almost each and everything. I've seen how the coding industry is basically getting evolved. So this video will be super important for all of you out there. So as I said that I started my coding journey in 2011 and probably I started with .NET programming language, C# and JavaScript. At that point of time, we used to write all the code completely from scratch. There were hardly very less number of libraries. Yes, there were libraries, but very less number of libraries. All the common tasks, basic common tasks you will be able to do with the help of libraries. But other than that, we used to write completely all the code from scratch itself. I've also seen in 2011 to 2014, I've also seen people writing machine learning algorithms from scratch. I myself have written one of the machine learning algorithm for a time series problem statement from scratch. But right now, when I probably consider 2024, right? We have a lot of open source libraries, we have open source frameworks, we have coding assistants, right? Now, coding assistants basically means like GitHub Copilot, Code Llama 2, right? Code Llama 2, which is derived from Llama 2 itself. Now, with the help of this particular coding assistants, automatically, whatever things have been already implemented, there will be some or the other way, all the codes will be available in all the GitHub or GitHub repositories or in blogs. So all these coding assistants has been already trained with all this kind of codes. So right now, by using this open source frameworks, libraries, coding assistants, you will be able to perform all the common tasks that are already done in the market, right? So what is actually happening over here? The coding industry is completely evolving. That basically means if you are starting the coding journey now, I'll be talking about those points, what you really need to do. But you can just understand that the things that have been already done, right? In many companies that we have already worked, in many use cases that we have already solved, obviously all those tasks will be able to be done by the coding assistant itself, right? Not only that, for that you have open source libraries, open source frameworks also created, right? Now let's take an example of the first software AI engineer, right? Devin. Whatever demo we have seen for Devin, right? It was able to do most of the basic tasks, right? Usually what happens is that if we do those kind of common tasks, we will take some amount of time. But if we have this kind of open source frameworks, libraries, coding assistant, AI assistant, right, we will be able to do it completely much more faster, right? If you have used GitHub Copilot, I'll just give you an experience with respect to using it. I've used that many number of times, and right now also I use it. When I probably use that in VS Code, I just write a comment, hey, I specifically required this particular code to create an API. Automatically, the entire skeleton of the code will be available out there. Right? So what I feel, right, as the coding industry will be evolving and if we go in the future because of AI, many new things will be probably coming up. And because of that, our productivity will keep on improving. Okay. Our productivity will be improving like anything. If we are really smart, if we know how to use this kind of all AI tools and open source libraries and frameworks, trust me, we will be able to do it very much faster with respect to all the works. Yes. But with respect to all the work that is out of box, that has been never implemented over there, we are definitely going to take time. And that is why we say human beings are still the most intelligent being in the world, right? Because tomorrow, if I get a problem statement, which I do not never have a solution, and if I work on those problem statement, I really need to think out of box. I need to think of a solution, right? So that is the reason there are so much of research that are specifically happening in the AI field. And what is exactly research? For a new problem statement, how do I find out that specific solution? Right? So yes, that will be there. If I probably talk about automation, this is coming to the third point. If I talk about automation, some of the part with respect to the technology, coding and all will get whichever we specifically do repeated task, right? There the automation will definitely happen. Right? So let's say that I want to probably go ahead and create a specific project. I want to do the logging. I want to do most of the common things over there that has been already done a lot number of times by many people. If we do this process again and again as a human being, we may take some amount of time, but AI will not take that much time. So that is the reason we should definitely use all these kind of frameworks and coding assistants to become productive. Okay. Now coming to what all additional things you really need to do. As I've already said, please make sure that you try to use all these kind of frameworks, libraries, and coding assistant to increase your productivity. In 2011, I always used to think there is a proverb that I have actually created: proud to be pride, right? Proud to be pride. That basically means whenever I used to start writing coding, I used to think, hey, instead of using the libraries, we'll try to write the code from scratch. But what is the use of that? What is the use of that? Because you know that you're going to write the same code, whatever things is available in that specific libraries. And nowadays, many of the open source libraries, if you're seeing it, already the code is written over there, right? And this is the thing, when I initially started learning machine learning, instead of just using the libraries, I used to write the code completely from scratch. Yeah, it helped me some or the other way, but right now the coding industry is evolving a lot. The entire technology is evolving a lot. AI is getting used in every task that we specifically do. So if we really want to do productive and start learning quickly, we really need to use all this kind of helps that you are getting, right? In the form of AI, in the form of open source libraries, in the form of coding assistant. If you think, no, I'm not just going to use, I have that particular pride to write the code completely from scratch, that will not work out. Okay. So you always need to make sure that keep your ego aside and try to use all these tools to do the coding properly, right? The other thing is that wherever you're working, in any companies that you're working, in any task that you're doing, use this, right? This coding assistants are much more compulsory, right? Use ChatGPT, use GitHub Copilot, use CodeLlama. These are the tools that will definitely help you increase your productivity and help you to perform your task much more faster. Wherever you are able to find out, try to use this, right? This is the thing that will actually help you to get forward. And as we go ahead, in the upcoming 5 to 10 years, you will be seeing most of the repeated tasks will get, completely automated by this AI thing. Everything will get automated. But the thing that we think that AI will not be able to do, that will never get automated. And you know what that is, right? The new problem statement, which has been never solved. And it is always good, right? If somebody is able to do this specific task from which I may take a couple of hours, and AI is able to just do it in a couple of minutes, then why should I not do that? And because of this, the work will be much more faster, right? And finally, to talk about how does the future of coding look like, right? As I said, the last statement, right? AI will keep on evolving. AI will be automating multiple things. Let it be repeated tasks, let it be things that will not be requiring any human intervention later on, right? But unless and until we don't use this AI for our productivity work, for our work itself, it will be of no use. So the future of coding will be mostly wherein every technology is deeply rooted with AI, and everybody should know how we can work with AI and make our productivity go higher. And as a pro coder, obviously we will be seeing that how we can use multiple hands, not just two hands. See, whenever we do the coding, right, we use two hands, but with the help of all these AI tools, we get the capacity of multiple hands. And that is what we specifically look at. So yes, this was it for my side. I hope you like this particular video. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you and all. Take care. Bye-bye.